What is up, guys? Batman231 here, and today's YouTube shoutout is
Alpha Lee BTD with some cool balloon tower defense videos on there. You should check it out.
Alright guys, today we are going over a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. Batman v Superman. I have been in this argument, I can't tell you how many times, with how many different opinions. So now I'm going to give you mine, and I feel like it's pretty supported. I'm just going to say right now, I spent like a couple weeks on YouTube and Google and blah 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 blah, getting my facts and stuff. So if some of you want to get all touchy about it, yeah, if you want to call it copyright, I guess, but I used other sources. I'll give them credit as I go along, but let's just get on with it. So I'm going to get the obvious out of the way. Kryptonite. What's not so obvious is that there's actually more than one type of kryptonite. Along from green kryptonite, which kind of like slowly kills Superman, poison if you will, but I don't want to use the word poison because as soon as you take it away he'll be fine. But there's other kryptonite. My favorite is red. Here are some of these side effects. There are several effects of red kryptonite. Some of them are cool, some of them will help out, and some of them are hilarious. The red kryptonite will make Superman evil, as well as give him excessive hair growth, which I would love to see. It will also take away his powers and make only his left side vulnerable. So, just comic logic, I guess. There's also him getting extra limbs, swapping brains with someone, and him changing his physical form. My favorite change is when he grows an ant head and like acts like Lois Lane is the Queen Ant. And that's a long comic series I haven't read, but it sounds hilarious and I gotta try and do that. Aside from red kryptonite, there's gold kryptonite, which is complete and total power removal. And it's permanent. There's no cure, there's no nothing. The only problem is you have to be within like 2 feet of gold kryptonite. And I don't know how ready access Batman has to it, but it's possible. Silver's kind of fun. That gives him paranoia. So if Batman took the fight to Gotham, he would just stand there and watch Superman lose it, which I would love to see, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Blue will suppress his power. Cyan will remove his powers, but I don't think it's as permanent as gold, because gold is like top notch. Notice how the bat symbol is gold. Just saying. Alright, so I got the obvious out of the way, but there's so much more to that than just kryptonite to beating the Man of Steel. First off, and I got this from Matt Pat at the Game and Film Theorist. By the way, highly recommend you check out his videos. This guy's a freaking genius. Superman, I'm just gonna dumb it down the way he said it because he's 1,000 times smarter than I can ever be. So he's almost a fourth as smart as Batman. You're welcome, Matt. Basically, he describes Superman as this plant that absorbs solar energy. So the nice, I guess, solar energy of our sun, the radiation, will build up Superman's body and that's what gives him his godlike powers. But notice how he also takes in red sunlight radiation, which would weaken his powers, and so Batman could just use heat lamps, and I'm sure he has access to that. Freaking billionaire Bruce Wayne. Also, like you see in the Dark Knight Returns storyline, Superman takes a nuke to the face. And for someone who's supposed to be impervious to mortal weapons, he seemed pretty beat up after that. What actually happens is the blast and the fire and explosion, that isn't what hurt Superman. It's the bad radiation that his cells are already used to absorbing that bring it in and weaken him. So if the Dark Knight gets like poisoned or he can get nuclear radiation if he needs to. He's got a bunch of nuclear stuff. Also, now this is actually me. I haven't found anyone who said it, but I'm sure someone somewhere has. It has officially been stated that Superman is, quote, as strong as he needs to be. Which if you ask me is lazy story writing, but also possibly a bigger weakness than kryptonite. Let me explain. It says Superman is as strong as he needs to be. As in, he will never be weaker than he needs to be for any situation. He needs to lift 100 pounds, he will lift 100 pounds. He needs to lift the earth, he'll lift the earth. However, it does not say Superman is ever stronger than he needs to be. Or it doesn't say he is as strong as he has ever had to be. Now maybe I'm digging into the wording a little bit, but for me, I feel like Superman going against Darkseid is going to punch a lot harder than punching Batman. Superman doesn't need as much force to punch Darkseid as he does to punch Batman. So Superman, by default, before going into it, is already weaker than people are comparing him to. I hear a lot of people bring up his famous cardboard speech, which I love. I'm not anti-Superman, I'm just pro-Batman. There's a difference, I swear. I love his cardboard speech. But the thing is, I think it could be a lie. Because, like I just said, he's never stronger than he needs to be. He's not going to accidentally go through a building unless he needs to. Now, does he know if he needs to, or some cosmic mumbo-jumbo needs to? I don't know. But he's not stronger than he needs to be, and he's not as strong as he's ever had to be. So basically, in essence, Superman is only going to... The way I look at it, I could be interpreting this wrong, but Superman is only slightly, oh so slightly stronger than Batman with his mech suit, or whatever you call it, his power suit, I think it's called. So that one trailer where like palms Batman and sends him flying, I believe that, because my next reason. So we've already stated that Superman is just barely stronger than he needs to be. However, Batman is not. So if memory serves, the strongest bionic arm that mankind has made is about 60-ish times stronger than the strongest man in the world. And I could be remembering this wrong, so no one will blow up the comments if anyone ever commented. But I'm going to say that a group of students is dumber than Batman. Solely because he has studied every science, both natural and unnatural. It's been stated that he's a better detective than Sherlock. Sorry. And also, he has the resources to build just about anything he wants. Because Bruce Wayne owns like Wayne Metals and Wayne's Nuclear, blah 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 blah. The list goes on. So, even if he can't afford to buy stuff, but even if he couldn't, he already has it. He's not going to buy something he already owns. Why do I bring this up? I'm just going to say that I feel like it's easy enough for Batman's entire mech suit to be at least that strong. So we're going to put the strongest man in the world and times that by 60. And Superman's just going to be barely stronger than that. That's a man. That is someone, flesh and blood, who can die. Who can be ignored. Who can be, killed. Or, I probably butchered that quote. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Shame on me. So, hey, that puts Batman and Superman at almost equals. And then it's a matter of skill. Now, you're going to put a man who can dodge machine guns and Uzis, or whatever you call them, easily, against Superman, who doesn't know how to dodge because he doesn't need to. He takes everything to the face, like that nuke earlier. So if you have a man going against a slightly stronger man, but Batman is way more skilled than Superman, I'm just saying. Now, it has been brought up. Superman has like super brain, or whatever they choose to call it. Point is, he can process information quickly. But I ask you, what can he do with that information? Now, I don't know what Superman can do with that information. But I do know that Batman does. Batman, given any time, can prepare for any situation. But Superman doesn't need to prepare. He flies around the earth waiting to hear something and then fixes it. He doesn't know. It's like that gifted kid who, you spend all night studying, you work hard and you're so proud that you got a B+ on your test. You sit next to this kid who plays his phone all day, freaking jerk, wish it could be him, and then he takes the test and he gets an A. He doesn't know how to work hard, he just gets lucky. I'm comparing that to Superman because I really don't like those people. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying I don't like them. So the point is, Superman doesn't really... Now, this could be wrong because he does know a little martial arts, but compared to Batman, who knows every fighting style, I just say Batman has a very fair advantage, and Batman can take a hit. I don't know if this is canon, but Darkseid has grabbed the Batman by the neck, slammed it into a wall 3 different times, so he went through the wall on Apocalypse, and Batman took it, and then won. He outsmarted Darkseid when he was being held by the neck over a pit of lava. You ever seen Superman outsmart anyone? Besides a rare occasion where he does a lobotomy, which And I'm not anti-Superman, that's impressive. But Batman just has way more impressive moments. So long story short, in a fist fight, it's not as unbalanced as people may think. Alright, so let me set up this scenario for you. Batman has spent years preparing. He only needs a week or so, but he wants to be so thorough that he spent years planning to take down the Man of Steel. So, he gets some metal from Wonder Woman if he needs to. I think it's Amazonian steel or whatever you call it. But as far as I know, it's the only metal in any of the universes that hasn't been destroyed yet. So he gets a room filled with that, wired with red lights that Superman doesn't know about. Then finds a way to lure Superman. There's hundreds of ways. Threaten family members. Superman is very susceptible to emotion, like Batman, and Batman isn't. So I'm saying Batman can use the hostages that he doesn't plan on killing, and Superman will fall for it. And real quick, while I'm on the subject of emotion, also coming into it, not only is Superman naturally weaker because as strong as he needs to be and not stronger, Batman's a friend of Superman's. He doesn't want to hurt him. Superman is an alien to Batman. Batman will put him down, neutralize him, but because he's an alien, I'm going to say he's not afraid to kill him. Take the example of Darkseid. But anyways, so Superman's there. They're ready to fight. Batman's got his mech on, flips on the red light. Superman is now weakened because he needs to fight Batman, so he's not any stronger than a mortal man. Red lights are hurting him, so that's deteriorating him. And then Batman pushes a button on his new and improved suit and has nuclear radiation leaking out that he has protected himself from, and Superman is not. And then he starts pulling out the Kryptonite. He's going to take away his powers. He's going to give him paranoia if he can. But let's say he only has access to green Kryptonite. Then he's weakening him. So if Superman can hardly stand right now, Batman is in a mech suit at least 60 times stronger than the strongest man on Earth. Superman isn't going to be able to withstand his own power. He tries to laser blast Batman, which his suit can obviously prevent. We've seen it in The Dark Knight Returns. That's going to hurt him more than it's going to hurt Batman. You want to try and use super breath when you can barely stand? Come on. Batman has won before the first punch is thrown. But let's say that Superman says, screw radiation, closes up his cells, because I'm sure they'll give him that power eventually, and they're down to a normal fistfight. No matter what, he's just barely stronger than Batman's suit, so then it comes down to flat out skill. Superman doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't. He wants to kick something X miles far, it's going that far. And I apologize for the math reference. So, I want you to tell me, comment section, what chance does Superman have in that scenario? Now let me give you another one. Superman's flying around on Mars, he's bored, decides he's sick of Batman, finds him with his supervision, and blows his brains out. Totally possible. Now, if you ask me, the most likely scenario is that they're on the streets of Gotham or Metropolis, I don't care where, or heck, some other city, I don't care. And there's no red light, Batman's not going to break out nuclear radiation because he's surrounded by humans that he doesn't want to kill. But Superman isn't ready for this. Superman doesn't want to kill Batman. Batman wants to neutralize Superman. And seeing how he has already had a contingency plan for every member of the JLA, I think he can take down Superman no problem. If you ask me, it all comes down to that fist fight in which Superman has no chance. And I'm sure there's 1,001 things I've overlooked, but let me know what you guys think of this video, and let me know if Superman has a chance. I mean, if you really think about it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.